Stop 6.
We now see for the first time the Female Orphan School. Construction for this rather grand building began in 1813, with students first arriving in 1818. For the next 70 years, this building initially housed young girls who received a basic education here, and from the late 1840s, boys were also housed at this site. As noted already, the children were not all orphans, and in fact came from all sections of colonial society. They included children of convicts, single-parent families, those orphaned during the voyage to Australia, Aboriginal children, and children referred by the clergy. When the site was converted to a psychiatric hospital, inmates were also housed in this building, despite its increasingly dilapidated state. In the context of Australian history, this building is considered of immense significance. Not only is it one of the largest buildings to survive from the early colonial period of Australian history, but it is also Australia's oldest three-storey building. Indeed, there are few structures of this scale that have survived to this day. The Female Orphan School was also significant as the first welfare institution to be established in New South Wales. The necessity of its construction was particularly seen in the context of the risk of moral corruption of vulnerable young girls in the colony. Focused largely around ideals of religion and morality, the guiding mission of the establishment was to train young girls with the skills that they would need to work as domestic servants and escape a life of poverty. One of the key motivations in founding the school was to provide guidance and training to girls to assist them in obtaining work after they left the institution. Regimented routines and surveillance of the girls' lives was typical in their day-to-day life at the school, seen as a way of producing productive and obedient workers for the colony. In the early days of the Female Orphan School, the surrounding grounds were also carefully cultivated. Not only was there space for a number of milking cows, but gardens were planted with cuttings from the Royal Botanic Gardens, and these served the dual purpose of both supplementing the school's food supply and providing the means to teach the girls horticultural and agricultural skills. The buildings we see in this precinct of the campus are the oldest ones on this site. You can also see here, ES, what is referred to as the Drill Master's Building, built around the mid-1860s. The drill master lived on the ground floor, and he was responsible for the education and physical training of the boys of the Protestant orphan school. Some of the boys were also accommodated here in dormitories upstairs, and there was also a small library and games for the boys. Now, if you walk west and to the left, around the corner of the Female Orphan School, to the centre of the semicircular drive on the other side.